Hi, my name is Max Strasser, and today I'm going to show you why the minimum wage should be increased from $7.25 to maybe a little bit above $10. So when you come around the age about 16 to 22 years old, you get to high school and college, you need money. And when you need money, you need a job. And 9 times out of 10, that job is going to be a minimum wage job or somewhere north of that sort of pay, which it doesn't cover the young adult's standard of living because we have cars, we have rent, we have insurance, we have tuition, we have food, and any other festivities that we do that require money. So when you go to your first job, it'll most likely be a fast food job or it'll be a package handling job, and they don't pay enough for us to support ourselves and have a good standard of living that we need. So I vote that we change this and up the minimum wage, the federal minimum wage, from $7.25 to about $11. That'll help us with our standard of living. And the most important part, this will give young adults like myself a more incentive to work in these places that we probably wouldn't want to work. I know most people don't want to work at McDonald's or any other fast food restaurant, but if they're paying $11 an hour, that'll give people like myself and younger, because when you're about 14 years old, you can go and get a job. So that they'll race over to McDonald's and get those quick hires. McDonald's is everywhere, so it'll be very easy to get that job and get the money you need to support yourself, especially when you're going through high school or college. And I know when you go to some of these restaurants, sometimes you see older people in there, and that's also a big problem because they have much more to pay for than us. Yeah, they have their car and insurance and rent, but they have other things to pay for, like health care and all that sorts. And you need a lot of money to deal with that. And some of the places that I have looked up to make sure that increasing the minimum wage would not be a bad idea, one website is procon.org. And it shows, yes, it shows the pros and cons, but all the pros on there, it clearly shows why we need to increase the minimum wage. It gives people incentives, it gives people more money, it increases the standard of living, and it shows the benefits of why we need to change the minimum wage. Another one that I went and researched was Investopedia.com, and this gives statistics on where we would be as a country and as an economy when the minimum wage is increased. It shows all the benefits and all the progress that we will make as a country if the minimum wage is increased. And then one of the third source that I found was EPI.org, the Economic Policy Institute, and it shows why low-wage workers, $7.25 or even a little bit above, are suffering from the real value of the federal minimum wage. They are not getting what they really deserve because of taxes, FICA, and all of that. It's taking their money and it's making $7.25 seem a lot less than that. So I vote that we change the minimum wage from $7.25 to maybe $11. I think $11 would be enough to make the standard of living easier for young adults ages from 15 to anyone else that's trying to make it in this world that can't get a real job, because anybody can go and work at a fast food restaurant. You just have to have experience. And if you don't have a degree or you didn't graduate high school, then that's about all there is for you. And when you're 40 years old and you're trying to have a life, you need to have money. And in order to have money, you need to have a good job. And right now, all the jobs that they can get, they're not good for them, and they're not getting the standard of living that they need for themselves. So I vote that we put the minimum wage from $7.25 to $11.